Hi everyone, I'm Kat from Possibility People, and in this video I'm going to take you through some exercises you can do for your lower body whilst standing. These exercises are a little bit more advanced than some of the other ones that we have on this channel, so if you haven't done those ones yet, I suggest having a look at those before starting these. And if you experience pain or discomfort when you move, or you're concerned about starting exercise, have a chat with your healthcare professional for some advice. And if you do enjoy these videos, please like them and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with any new videos that we put out and just what's happening within our community. So I'm going to take you through a couple exercises today. We're not going to need our chair for the first one, so we can pop that to the side. So this first one is a dynamic movement. And what I mean by that is that we're moving throughout and not staying still. I'm going to show you the movement and then we're going to do it together. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart, which is a great way to keep a nice stable base. I put my hands onto my hips because it's the most comfortable place for me, but you can have your hands down to the side or wherever feels comfortable for you. I like to think about what's happening in our upper body as we do these. Even though we're working our lower body, we'd like to keep our upper body as upright as possible. So think about keeping your chin parallel to the ground. So for this one, we're going to start in this hip width position. I'm going to take my leg and step to the side, and then I'm going to step together. But what I mean by stepping together is stepping back into that hip width position. And then I'm going to take the leg that I just moved with, and I'm going to raise it up in front of me before popping it back down. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. So what I want you to notice with this one is that these are very clear, punctuated movements. I make sure that my feet are stable before I lift my leg up. We also have the option of how high we lift your leg up. Obviously, lifting it higher makes it a little bit more difficult, throws you a little bit more off balance. So we can lift it high, medium, low, or we can just come up onto our toes on that foot. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to do that together at a very controlled pace. Okay, so ready, we're going to move in that direction to start with. So step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. Good. Step apart, step together, make sure you feel stable, raise your leg up and back down. Very good. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. And we're going to keep that pace. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. Very good. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. Very good. Step apart, step together, so hip width, and raise your leg up, back down. Good. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up, back down. Very good. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. Just a few more times. So step apart, step together, raise your leg up, back down, step apart, step together, raise your leg up, back down. Very good. Step apart, step together, raise your leg up, back down. We're going to do it one more time. So step apart, step together, raise your leg up and back down. Very good. Okay, so moving on, we're going to go into doing some quarter lunges. So for this one, we are going to need our chair because we want it there to support us. So I'm going to have it out to my side and I'm going to be moving my outside leg. So I don't want to be close up to my chair. I want to be about a step away, but I want to be able to have my hand onto it to give me a little bit of support. So we're going to start again with our feet roughly hip width apart. For the outside leg, we're going to take a slight step forward, and that's about right. So slight step forward, not a huge stride, just a slight step, just so that our heels are a bit further in front of our toes of our inside leg. And from here, we're going to make sure that our chin stays parallel to the ground. So what I mean by that is that we're not going to be looking down. We're going to keep our chest and head upright. So from here, with our heels staying on the ground, we're we're going to bend our knees and we're going to hold that position before coming back up. And we're going to do that together, okay? So we're going to do 5 on each side. So ready, we're going to stay in this position. Make sure that your feet feel nice and planted into the ground. Ready, let's bend our knees and hold. Lovely, coming back up. We're going to do that 4 more times. So ready, let's bend our knees and hold. Good, coming up. We're going to do that 3 more times. Ready, let's bend your knees and hold. Coming back up. Good, 2 more times. So again, ready, bend your knees and hold. Good, coming back up, and then 1 more time before we swap sides. Ready, bend your knees and hold. Lovely, coming back up. Wonderful. So if you need to, you can swap the chair around or just turn yourself around, because we're going to do the same on the other side. So once again, we want to make sure that we're not super close up to the chair. We want to be a step away, thinking about keeping ourselves nice and upright. Feet are going to start from that hip width position. We're going to take a step forward with our outside leg. And again, we want a little bit of space between our toes and our heels of our front leg. And from this position, again, making sure that your chin's parallel to the ground. We're going to do the same again. We're going to do 5 of these. So ready, let's bend your knees and hold. Make sure that your heels are staying on the ground. Lovely. Let's come back up. We're going to do 4 more of those. So again, let's bend your knees and hold. Lovely. Coming back up. 3 more. Okay, ready. Let's bend your knees and hold. Very good. Coming back up. We're going to do 2 more. So again, let's bend your knees and hold. Very good. Coming back up, and we're just going to do 1 more. So ready, let's bend your knees and hold. And then lovely, coming back up for the last time. Well done. So we're going to do 1 more movement together. And for this one, you have the option of having your chair to the side or to the front of you. I often like to have it to my side, so I'll show you it that way. So for this one, we're going to be raising our leg out to the side and holding it in that position. So this is going to be challenging for the strength around our hip, but also challenging our balance because we will be on 1 leg. So if you've got your chair out to your side, once again, we don't want to be stood right up close to it. We want to be about a step away. And it doesn't matter so much about our feet being hip width apart because we're going to have 1 leg out to the side. So I'd like to have 1 hand on my chair, and once again, reminding myself to keep myself nice and upright, chin staying parallel to the ground. And I'll show you what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it together. So from this position, once again, I love having my hand on my hip. I'm going to raise my leg out to the side, and we're going to hold that position. We're going to make sure that our toe is pointed forward and not outwards. And we're going to make sure that our foot feels firmly planted on the ground. And what I mean by that is that we can feel the floor with our toes. We're kind of pushing into it. And we've got a couple options with how high we raise our leg. So the higher our leg is, the more difficult it is. So we might want to play around with the angle on that. Okay, so we're going to do this together. We're going to do 4 on each side. So let's get ourselves into position. So it doesn't matter placement of our feet, but think about what's happening with our upper body, making sure we've got our support either to the side or we can have it in front of us if we like. But ready, let's do our 4 on this side. So let's raise your leg up and hold. Very good. So try not to let our body tip over to the other side, trying to keep ourselves nice and upright. Very good. Let's bring our foot back down. And in between, I tend to advise you to do a little kind of march. So picking up your heels, pushing your toes into the ground. And we're going to do 3 more of those. Okay, so let's go into our next one. Let's get ourselves into position and ready. Let's raise your leg up and hold. Try not to hold your breath while you do this, so breathe through it. Lovely, let's bring your foot back down. And again, we'll just have a bit of a move about with your feet in between. We're going to do 2 more of these before swapping over to the other side. Lovely. So let's go into our next one. So ready, let's get yourself into position. Let's bring your leg up and hold. And once again, don't worry about how high up your leg is. As long as it's enough to be challenging you, that's all that matters. Lovely, let's bring your leg back down. Again, a little move about before we go into our last one, before we swap over. Okay, so last one on this side. Let's get ourselves into position. Ready, bring your leg up and hold. So think about that leg that's keeping you stable, pushing in with your big toe. You can give your bum a little bit of a squeeze and that might help keep you upright. Few more seconds, and then let's bring that foot back down. Again, have a little move about with your feet before we swap over to the other side. So again, if you have your chair to your side, we're going to bring our chair round to our other side. If you've got it in front of you, you don't need to move anything at all. Okay, so we're going to go for 4 on this side. So we'll check our setup again, make sure that we're not too close to the chair, kind of a step away. Our hand can rest comfortably on the chair. Doesn't matter so much about our feet positioning, but thinking about keeping ourselves nice and upright. Okay, so let's do 4 holds on this side. So ready, let's bring your leg up and hold. Again, keep yourself breathing throughout. Don't hold on to your breath. Lovely, let's bring your foot back down, and once again in between we'll have a little move about of your feet, and we're going to do 3 more of those. Okay, let's go into our next one. So once again, get yourself into position and ready. Let's bring your leg up and hold. Try to keep yourself as upright as possible. And again, breathe through this movement. Lovely, let's bring that foot back down. Again, we'll have a little move about. We're going to do 2 more of these. Okay, let's go into our next one. So again, get yourself into position, get yourself ready. Let's bring your leg up and hold. Think about that stable leg. Think about pushing into the floor, giving your bum a bit of a squeeze to keep yourself upright. Let's bring that foot back down, and again, have a bit of a movement in between, and we're going to do 1 more. Okay, let's go into our last one. So ready, let's get ourselves into position. Ready, raise your leg up and hold. Really good, last one. And let's bring your leg back down, and again, come into a little bit of movement there. So those are our lower body exercises that are maybe a little bit more advanced than some of the other videos on this channel. If you enjoyed that, again, please like this video and subscribe to our channel, where you can see the other exercise videos, as well as find out information about the exercise class that I teach.